Elias Grey was the most powerful man in the world. Not because of wealth, not because of power, but because he saw what no one else could. His visions came in flashes, crystal clear images of futures yet to unfold. He could see disasters before they struck, scandals before they were exposed, and deaths before they happened. And with that knowledge, he rose to greatness. The world worshipped him, and he was called the Prophet. Presidents of different countries sought his counsel, and billionaires paid fortunes for his visions. His face was on every screen and his name was spoken in reverence and fear. But power has a cost. And Elias learned his price too late. It all started with a whisper. A voice in the dark, just beyond his hearing, that offered him his vision. Elias, who was filled with greed, said yes. But then came the deaths. Not his death. His loved one's deaths. His childhood friend drowned in his bathtub the night Elias made his first million. His parents died of heart failure, hours after he saved an entire city from a collapsing bridge. His wife was found cold and breathless the day he prevented a nuclear war. Every prophecy claimed a life he loved. It was not coincidence. It was the price for his sight. Elias tried to stop. He refused the visions. Refused the whispers. He tried to shut himself away from the world. But the future clawed into his mind without permission. He saw fires devouring cities. He saw bodies stacked in the streets, mouths open in silent screams. He saw shadows rising from the cracks in the earth, whispering his name. And the worst part, he saw himself causing it. Every time he refused to speak, the disasters became worse. The price must be paid. So Elias spoke. Again. And again. And again. And every time he saved the world, he buried another loved one. Until there was no one left. Then came the final prophecy. The shadows hissed into his ear as he sat alone in his penthouse, surrounded by wealth but drowning in emptiness. There is one more vision left for you, prophet. One final glimpse into the beyond, hissed the shadows. Elias, broken and hollow, whispered back, "Show me," and they did. He saw himself alone and forgotten. His name erased from history, his face unrecognized by the world. He saw his body rotting in the dark, unnoticed. The world would forget Elias Grey. Not by force. Not by violence. But because the shadows would erase him from time itself. All he had built and all he had sacrificed will be gone. His bones would turn to dust. His name would be a breath never spoken. He would never have existed. The shadows laughed, a chorus of voices like shattering glass. You were never meant to be powerful, Elias. You were only ever meant to be afraid. And for the first time in his life, Elias screamed. Because he realized the truth. It had never been about saving lives. It had never been about fate. He was just a plaything for the shadows. They just want to play with him until he is broken. And now, at last, they had won. For more spine-chilling tales, click on like, subscribe, and share.